Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Straight from Sweden is about to go rolling in with the Koenigsegg cars to get started for today's live summon in the Crew 2. As week number 2 in January 2025 is now available on January 8th to the 15th ever since 8 months ago back from 2024 on May 1st through the 8th. 6 events and 3 skills, and plus to have 1 escape is about to go by having 1 Koenigsegg vehicle will be entered to go on a land-based vehicle, speed trap to go drag race, and 1 low altitude for the air race discipline along with aerobatics, and of course 5 hypercar events plus 1 drip discipline is about to be set and go for the best encore ever yet to be will exceed to have a fine weather forecast or snow deemed condition ever since we just been participate back from 2024 of last year. So better be ready folks, have enough max per level to go with the Nitro Chemist and get set to go for another run and another rerun for having a best part of the Deem Summon during the winter season. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summon event. As we did so far out there to go finishing up on So French 2 and update to be stopped at 2084 place on the Platinum in 1,182,951 points to have the So French tire, and the Bugatti Veyron Deep Blue Edition has now acquired, and plus if anybody have already owned it to go by extra payday will be added as a bonus. So that brings out to have 680,000 bucks. Refund and go by forward to have the next date is going to be coming soon on the player's choice after Street Showdown on the first week of February. You know the 3 events. Let's get down and do the low altitude will be on the first skill at Glacier Park. Better be ready, choose any opposite direction or go by forward direction that you might need to go follow the river. Let's bring out the extra 330XC to be entered the gate. Bring out the nitro and fly very low. Got to keep it nice and center and smoke trail just to be optionally that you might need to go by having a good air of the line. Multiplier up to stay by 3. Main objective successful. Just have to keep it nice and clear. Alright, just have to go underneath the bridge. Close contact and must be avoided. Oof, that was a close call. It's only down to 10 seconds left, and that should it for now. Alright, looks like clear in the sky. Smoke trails off. 12,357 points by 1 attempt without having a little bit more calling out on the drama. Well, not a problem. Just might have to go by score breaker in case whenever you might need to do some reminder of preparation. Just have to go by quick pit stop and have the vehicle swap in to have a Nitro Chemist and switch it from the Granville Brothers aircraft GBR-1. Alright, a little bit more setback just in case whenever you might need to have a score breaker during on skill. Let's do the same thing and just have to keep a good method to go rack up and have it for only 1 good improved effort. Alright, there's only 1 player coming in on the sky. Just have to stay straight and keep it on the low profile to be having a close in on touching the water to be without it. Okay, that should do well. Gonna have to go quick underneath the bridge. My current record beat. 5 seconds left and go boosted the nitro until the time runs out. And there you go. Attempt 1 warm up and attempt 2 by update improvement to go stop at 35,399 points. Good job. Skill 1 just have 2 attempts by having 1 without a score breaker and with a score breaker to be added in case. Then it's about to go on the Salam and let's go to the Giants. This one might have to go by swapping up with some exchange part to go with hypercar only. But remember folks, by having 2 skills on land-based vehicle in case of using Koenigsegg vehicle to have Salam to go score breaker and the escape on Jackson Hole Valley, we'll have to go faster on the Nitro Chemist to be adding up to go boosted for the top speed distance. And by the way viewers, I just went down to have a calculation check on my YouTube channel subscribers, so I'm at 855 but only down to 145 to go. Then let's go down to be on the filters to be recommended on Hypercar, and plus Koenigsegg is recommended for this part of the main segment. Time for the Koenigsegg Gemera Outclass Edition 2020 to go for the score breaker and double by a percentage to go up in 89%. All set, quick preparation, and go by having a 1 good drive mode electric hypercar hybrid will have to be racked up to go single on the main flow line. Just have to take 1 attempt and go quicker to be solid on the reflex without having contact. Just only have drive mode only, no gears to be intended. There we go. Just have to keep go on the flow driving line, check, expertise, and just have to stay focused until reaching up on the finish line. It's only down to 6 seconds left. Finish line has now arrived earlier to go by outcome result. And ta-da! 23,628 points. 1 hybrid hypercar genius and good on the racking up point to be at 155,440 points. So here comes escape. Just have to be ready and go for only 1 best place ever yet since ICXmas viewers. Let's go to the Jackson Hole Valley, going on the rolling start in the tunnel, just to be sure to have the quicker map did if you're about to go with a hypercar or Albert Grand Prix disciplined. But all had to be preferred to go with hypercar this time for this week, just to have the only best of the first rerun and then currently on the second rerun as well. Got to go reverse. There's going to be having a light traffic coming in on the tunnel. Just have to keep a good, nice, and suitable position as I'm about to go with a Koenigsegg Just Go before proceed on to event number 1. Okay, just have to stop right here, pause, and switching up to a different Koenigsegg vehicle. Easier said than done. I'll have to be reminder and recommend to choose by any other kinds of Koenigsegg vehicle to rack up and have the best per level ever yet to be succeeded to go faster. So here it goes. This could get tricky and just have to go clear before enter the gate. Let's drop away and go for the nice, natural, fine weather forecast with a few chance on the fog. Okay, just have to keep a good line check to stay on the road. 1 Jesco, 1-way ticket to the highway, same strategy as ever before. But instead, they'll have to take a quicker way to go off-roading and do the better way to get onto the highway route. There we go. Just have to get myself to go focus up and take the exit on the off-ramp towards the right. Okay, here it goes. Just might need to go a little bit faster and kick it up into high gear on gear number 8. Okay, that's only have 1 attempt, 4,606 yards. This might need to do a little bit more working up the effort out there, so I had to go by quicker to be in attempt 2. But talk about going the same drill again, just might need to do a quicker way to go expertise on the set. But I'll have to go modest and passive aggressive. I'll have to go dropping out in style. Okay, there we go. Just have to keep only 1 attempt only. Okay, go for the boost. Just have to pass through on the Silverado. Okay, sorry about the objects. Just might need to go faster and regain with a number of gears. Okay, let's get back on the main progress. Just have to keep the red zone away from the Jesco. Going on gear 9. Just have to keep a good slide brake. Regain control. Come on, just might need to shake it up. The red zone is getting nearly there. Boxed in on a transit bus. Gonna have to go quick overtake. Okay, overtake the semi truck. Alright, take that, red zone. You won't be able to catch up to the Jesco. I'm always have to keep that same route every day and every single amount of warm-up practice. Almost there. Just might need to keep it nice and tight. Can't wait until going to Maine, for having one first race will be recommendable just to be promised and exactly to go nearly there onto the red zone radius by almost in 12,000 yards. Almost there to have a nitro full capacity. Just use it and then stop right here. 12,687 yards. And for the update results, usual and 142,542 points. One rare part received. Then let's go with 6 events to go with 1 drip and 5 hypercars. So it's off to Maine and go to the Highlands East. We'll be ready up to go faster up to have the best thrill of the practice will be achieved and face it to go hypercar impossible moment. But you know the per level. 1450 horsepower and top speed, 278 miles per hour for the semi-expert for the handling level to go full stage for only one mid-engine track-focused hypercar. Much more different than the Agera R, Brigera, Gemera, and even the 1-1 as well to be recommendable to have a vehicle restriction. But I'll have to start out to have the other 3 events we'll have to take with vehicle restriction only. Let's do this. And first of hypercar to be rolling in and be on the way. Alright, very good to go by quick ventilated. Checkpoint clear and go by progression at 6%. But easier said than done that I just took by having one free time on WIP. But this time, the real challenge starts right here, right now as a rerun to go for the second time in 2025. 6.8 seconds update in the gap. Got to go center up and keep that route to go focused to have a clear pave on the highway road. Okay, that's the ticket. Stop at 10 seconds behind the gap. Added by 0.4. 11.8 seconds is doing good. The Jesco is now going faster and going up to have a 9-speed transmission to see how faster can it go. A little bit more proper warm-up on escape, and the real race will have to do it right over here. Okay, checkpoint clear. Just have to stay on the 9th gear. Tight turns coming in, and center when using the active wing spoiler to keep a signal on the guideline. Halfway there is already here. Stop at 53%. Okay, that should do well. Just keep a good watchful eye on the sunset. Got to feel the horizon and feel the hypercar need for speed. Okay, here comes another hillside coming up. Just have to take that nitro boost Going airborne a little bit by taking a 0.3 seconds. Alright, that should do very well. Finally get the hang of it. Just Go always has a good speed of opportunity. So here comes 275 miles per hour. Choose a moment, and I'll have to stay on the highway. So whenever you like to choose it to take the street to go quicker on a shortcut. But it takes a risk. But mastering the Just Go is important when racing in Main Highlands East is very good to be challenging in Straight from Sweden as original first and second rerun. Okay, almost there to be reaching up on the finish line. Just one more, and here it is. Just in time, and give 3 minutes, 12.78 seconds, and that will bring out to have a good extra payday earning by having one receive of the vanity item. And successful, 114,637 points by having one attempt is good to go by having one masterpiece to be dropping on the Koenigsegg Just Go. But that's right, I'm just getting cooking up to have a good preparation to have this part of the video segment to have some flight events on Hypercar only and +1 with Drift Discipline on the Koenigsegg Agera R. So next up to New York and proceed to the Bronx for another Hypercar event. So grab the Koenigsegg 1-1 and get ready. This one might need to have a reminder to go for a nitro canvas only to go faster up and make good mark to go sprint time to be faster with some few other hypercars. Fully exterior parts to be modified and the Tempesta tire vanity along with the other options to go for the Golden Eagle tint and laser beam underglow to be having it outfitted on style. And plus the Ultimate Nitro just to be giving a one good track focused hypercar to be stationed and maximum on 320 to carry out in 1441 horsepower and top speed 279 miles per hour. Let's get started and just have to go rack up to go faster on the pace and be sure when driving on the street to go closer to have a better amount of grip and balance. 3 seconds. Let's ride. We'll bring out the nitro after the first turn to be on the main position at third. Got to let 2 McLarens to go on the first checkpoint, and then the LaFerrari is about to go by extra space to be maintain the pace. Okay, easier as it goes, and go full straightaway to be pulled out the nitro. So there you go. I got the lead and have some few turns and short straightaway around by the Bronx before the afternoon. We'll have to be on the top speed effort to be around by over 270 miles per hour. 1.3 seconds on the update gap. Just have to go faster up and bring out enough boosted to go paced up to have some exterior parts to be racked up and give it a good design of track performance. Just only have one previous race as a follow-up catch-up, and then the real challenge starts here to have another round after the Main Highlands East. So I just had to go faster up to be in the main position and keep it balanced when take the streets. Got to keep it nice and center on formation. Good on 10 seconds, so I had to keep it focused. Less braking, more acceleration is the key of 1-1 success. Got to take it onto the high gear to be at over 250 miles per hour. Just add 10 miles more and then the checkpoint, we'll have to go to the town to be doing the main queue to go old fashioned, rather than taking a shortcut to go back on track. Just have to do it here on the left and tap out the boost to go approaches on the right turn direction. Okay, that's good. 18.8 seconds. Then just have another turn left by having a queue of 90-degree angle. Okay, back on the main road and go for the better high speed of the main moment. Got to keep it nice and center and keep the active spoiler to keep it monitor on motion. Almost there to be stopped at 75%. Just have to get there before arriving in Rhode Island. Going up in the boost, just have to take a quick pass by on Core Hog. 20.5 seconds update is good. Just have to keep that line and the road itself to keep it centered on formation. Now here comes the best part. Possibility choice is gonna have to take a risk or just have to go for having a proper to be on the less braking rather than do on the quick shortcut. But instead, I'll have to take the quick shortcut instead without smashing up some objects. Going into the finish line and clear for the time by 3 minutes, 15.874 seconds. Legendary bundle earned and first place by receiving some earnings to go rack up onto 112,704 points. Good run, and second vehicle restriction event is all done before taking a detour by having one drip discipline for the Koenigsegg Agera R. Will be on the way to the Dominion Forsberg #1 at Las Vegas. Up to the 5 Kings Casino, and here I come for my favorite drip event to go rack up and have the Koenigsegg Agera R Drip Edition 2012 model. Will be having my UDRS Inspirtech livery with a yellow outer tire to be outfitted to give a good style on the Swedish to go for the Vortex Smoke. 1483 horsepower, check. Top speed, 280 miles per hour. Handling level on Expert, check. And per level, triple check on 240. We'll let the 2-lap drip challenge begins, and here comes by having a 1 Sweden hypercar to be chained up the combo in about 3 seconds for the time of day at dusk. Let's do it and go rack up to have a high valuable points before the time countdown will be set. Just look at it go. The Sweden Vortex Smoke is about to go full on effect. Just might need to go steady up on the turns and chain up the combo to be stopped at 173. Okay, there goes the outside, and keep it masterful to be using on the Koenigsegg Agera R as a drip discipline class. Much more impressive, but it takes a required of artist skill to see how faster and drifting can actually to be holding down by having a 2-minute event. We might need to step up to go rack up to be on the main total amount of high points. Just have to keep a good slide up the drip. Almost there at the final turn. First lap clear and do some more drifting in lap 2. It's only down to a minute left. Just keep going. Don't lose a lot of good perfection turns. Alright, that should do the trick. Just had to went down to do some same energy back from Need for Speed Payback from part 1 to do some demonstration on drifting. But I still might have to do some experience to become as a drifter. Just make it like a good ordinary amateur drifter to see how good it is to deal with some tight turns on the inside and outside. Just give it both, but I barely get used to it. Okay, here comes the second lap clear. Time to go overtime, and just have to take 10 seconds left to go. Five seconds. Now for the grand finale, and there goes to be rack up to be stopped at 623,000, adding up by update equals into 624,163 points. Okay, good and quite good enough. That should be stopped at 155,667 points is now going to have to be received by 7 legendary blue parts in drip category. So 3 events on vehicle restriction for the Koenigsegg vehicle. Now for the other 3 hypercar events will be resumed to go continue on. Next up, USB Tour West Special on Hollywood will be ready up to go for another round with Koenigsegg car. And plus, after I just recently used from Bay Area to Central Valley, I'll have to go and use the 2004 Koenigsegg CCR to have the same type of the paint job and vanity that related to have a good yellow and blue style. Same pro level remains on 320, 1079 horsepower and top speed, 279 miles per hour to be faced up to be on the main semi-expert to go for the handling level. Let's see how it goes, and just have to go on a set and have one session to be faster for having a main time of day and night time with a fine weather condition. Hope I'm ready to get set, and target time ejected in 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go faster up and have one jump will be saved later on. The Koenigsegg CCR is about to go first, and checkpoint to go clear to have one of the 7 Koenigsegg vehicle to be available with your own disposal pick that used for the Nitro Chemist. The strategy is very more important to have some better ones or the best hypercars to be set by the no restriction. But we've been here before, and hopefully I'll have to go for another round in the same time attack event. Got to be quick about it, and just have to go exit the road and enter the Avenue Street by crossing the checkpoint. But this one might have to get down to have enough nitro. All you have to do is gonna have to keep it nice and clear straight when airborne. Got to go full runner on, and here comes the ramp. Gonna take it and hop on board. Okay, touchdown with a possible survival rate of 75% is good enough with a close-on contact by the barrier. Now I'll have to keep moving on and go full straight to have the next turn to have another round. Just to go faster up and have a good slight turn on the right by passing through the checkpoints. So here comes the on-ramp. Gonna have to be ready and go queue on the slowdown until the checkpoint is about to be here. Okay, that's the ticket. Just almost to have a full capacity nitro. Just want to get up and go faster by over 250 miles per hour. But more importantly, just have to get up by 271 miles per hour. Okay, excellent work. Solid fine performance, and take some multiple attempts. We might need to get it right and get perfect. That should do well. Now, the full straightaway, we'll have to do some tight turns and curve up the good path. Okay, checkpoint clear. Update gap by 45.2 seconds. Now here comes the finish line. Gonna have to go pass through on the roundabout, and then that will have to take a good step to be heading back home. That's more like it. That's 2 minutes, 32.432 seconds. Let's see the results, and good to be ka-ching by 111,541 points. 2 rare and 1 common part has been received. That should do by having 145,000 bucks earned on the bonus, and here comes for having 2 races on the Snow Deem condition. Mountain Gods and Bay Area to Central Valley as a combo event as usual. But I just remember back then when using the Koenigsegg Gemera in Mountain Gods to have Blizzard Rush to be in the 3 signs on the curves, bridge, and the broken trees. But I'm sure of it, I really might have to prefer to have the standard kind of a Koenigsegg Agera R with the same UDRS Inspirtech livery instead. But don't worry, I just really might need to have some extra time to do some catching up to do, or just have to keep moving on until the next 3rd week of January for having Brawn vs Beauty. A little bit time to go penultimate to face up in the snow condition, and I'm about to go warming up to have a nice hot air conditioner to have a driving on the Koenigsegg Agera R. Here comes 3 seconds, and have the right side to go head start by line up overtake with some 7 hypercars. Time to go boost it and face the cold temperature on the rush. First turn coming in and crossing through the bridge, and timber trees are now been seen pass by. Alright, got to be sure to go faster up to have a nice best Agera R after the drift discipline. Just fully tune up and give it much more speed acceleration to get up by 100,000 points whenever it takes that might need to have a good ice element to face up on a cold blizzard. Time to go off-roading and take the jump. touchdown, and back on the road. But almost good enough. Just have to take a quick detour, pass by in a small town, and go checkpoint. Alright, that should do enough, and have some good straightaways to be climbing up to have the main route and go hill climbing. So I have to be quick about it. Having straightaway is good, and few turns when hill climb is important. Just have to keep it nice and easy, and here comes the few other routes we'll have to go forward up and just have to be on the main route to get there at any time. Just like last time when I was using the Koenigsegg Chimera by having one hybrid, one geared only to see how faster to be climbing up to get there to beat the mountains. But even so, in the second rerun that I just currently go for the Koenigsegg Gear R is a very good, excellent choice of pick. As I ever said before, one of the 7 Koenigsegg vehicle will be selected to have your own pick at your own disposal. So here comes the hill climb. Got to be ready up and have a top speed requirement to go up in almost 200 miles per hour. Just have to keep it nice and centered to keep a good balance without losing a lot of grip. Okay, good on the checkpoint. Keep it straight. Another turn, goes clear, and quick brake is solid reflex. Okay, 70% on the progression is doing nicely. Got to keep it going and avoid one object on the streetlights. 14.7 seconds update. Is gonna have to go frozen on the top. Alright, that should do the trick. And right turn up ahead before crossing the bridge. That should do by 16.1 seconds. So here comes the hill side of the hairpin. Gonna have to go up top. First one on the right and second on the left. Got to take it slow. Make it happen. En route and boosted nitro. Okay, only one more to go, and finish line right over here. There we go. That's 3 minutes, 37.753 seconds. Well, good grief. Just only have one follow-up catch-up is all I need to take that requirement. That should do enough to have a 45,000 buck earn, and let's go on to Bay Area to Central Valley as a combo event for an encore. Just only have one more event to have some main catch-up to be at 94,929 points. So let's go in there and have the Koenigsegg Regera R with my UDRS Inspirtech Liberty to be reverted back to have some main exterior parts to go fully tuned up and well designed to be having a second part on the snow themed condition. After 4 events on the fine weather forecast and 2 events in the snow. Talk about having a perfect time to go for a winter wonderland moment after Icy Xmas by having a few weeks ago. So it's all check, done, and I'll have to be having a one good Regera to be full drive and a hybrid hypercar to be set by 1609 horsepower with a top speed of 279 miles per hour per level, and handling to be on the main semi-expert at 320 to be set up by go. Let's do this for having one more race to go, finishing straight from Sweden, second rerun for 2025. I come this far and go for the second round on the snow themed condition for the same location for 3 seconds and have a full drive mode on the Koenigsegg Regera to get up and have hill climb on the first part to Bay Area and downhill to Central Valley. Alright, got this in the lead, got to go proper braking and solid line on the physics. Much more similar when playing Need for Speed Payback in part 1 of the prologue, and especially to be temporarily in the highway heist. But after all, I just did good out there, but it takes a matter of perspective. Might need to get everything to be suitable and of course, making your own kind of livery when playing Need for Speed Payback that bears out to have similarities from the 2015 reboot and Heat as well. But especially for the Koenigsegg Regera is a very good mid-engine hypercar to go hybrid in a one-gear transmission, and very yet importantly to go master to be using as a race build. Just perfectly to be useful in the Crew 2 and the Motorfest as a hypercar discipline. So almost there to be reached on top of the hill after leaving Bay Area, and just have to take a few more miles to be arriving to Central Valley. Got to keep a control of the handling, still got this one, and I still really love to enjoy it. Alright, the Regera has now made it on top. Just only had to take a steep of the downhill and more path to go faster up on the top speed by around in over 230 miles per hour. Okay, proceed with caution. Left turn up ahead, slow down, and tap out the boost. Just like that, and doing the same energy I'm having back from when I was doing some WIP session. Just only have a free time moment for myself, and I still really had to get the hang of it. Alright, that's one hairpin clear. Checkpoint proceed, slide up, and get this segment video to be worked up and get it fixed. Update on the gap by 16.412 seconds. Got to keep going, and this race for the combo event is about to be finished and complete. But almost good enough. Just only have a follow-up catch-up to have the two-part event in the snow condition. But the Mountain Gods is the most impossible challenge in Straight from Sweden ever since from the first rerun. Got to get the head in the game, and incoming turn. Good clean pass, and suitable update gap by 21 seconds. Halfway there is already finished. Now it's gonna have to go forward in about a few more percentage to be stopped at 90%. Alright, here comes the finish line. Mark on the podium and arrive on the destination by 3 minutes, 22.168 seconds with a 400,000 followers as a prize. And there you have it. 100,000 with 667 points by 3 comments and 1 rare part. Cooking up or having a good rerun in Straight from Sweden as a solid find of Koenigsegg success. Just in time and have one event to do the same thing all over again. In about 21 hours left, and I just made it on to the platinum in rank 1774 place. As I ever did this before, and I just really do it again for having a second rerun. In about 21 hours left before the second week of January is over for Straight from Sweden. Third week will have to be coming up soon until Wednesday, but it was a lot of fun out there to have 6 events with using Koenigsegg vehicle by 4 of them on the fine weather and 2 for the snow themed condition. Additional to have 2 land-based vehicle on Slalom and Escape. Just only had to go for the Koenigsegg vehicle by temporarily and 1 for the exception as low altitude will be flying in the air. But easier said than done, and perfectly to go on the main point total by 1,244,487 points. But I can't wait until coming back to have one more follow-up catch-up to be face up and go for the Mountain Gods as a Blizzard Rush event to be rack up and go faster any way we can. So, we're about to go again on Brawn vs Beauty, and this will have to be coming up to have 2 vehicles on the Ford Mustang GT Fastback Drip Edition, and Ferrari F12 TDF is now being temporarily to go by prize reward on the Gold and Platinum. And that's not all. 6 events and 3 skills will have to be organized to get yourself prepared to have your favorite Ford and Ferraris to be available on 2 touring car, 1 drift, 2 street race, and 1 hypercar in the force vehicle by temporarily. So be sure to have some skills. Will have to be on the warm-up first on low altitude, speed trap, and escape. Then it's all set, and be prepared to have a nitro chemist on Ford and Ferrari vehicles, including the Mustang GT Fastback Drip Edition, Ford GT Le Mans race car, and Ferrari F12 Berlin Enta will be on standby until open on Wednesday, January 15, 2025. Especially to have the 4th week on downhill is still remain on January 22nd to the 29th and Street Showdown on 29th of January through the 5th of February. More prices, same as ever, and the perfect time to get ready to wrap it up before at the end of the video. I can't wait. Just have to sit back, be patient, and let my channel grow. Will be coming up in about 1K to become as my own best of achievement. Just wait, viewers. This will have to keep working on, and my full walkthrough will have to be continue on. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for a notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access per price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.